Stay hydrated. What's up everyone? Welcome to this video. I also need to get ready, so I believe it's going to be very quickly done. I will just share my thoughts in the best way possible, since this is kind of my story. So let's get into it. The first thing, let's talk about illusion, because illusion is just a different reality of yours, let's say, but still we're gonna refer to it as illusion. And I want to talk about a child's illusion, child's reality. Children's reality is basically made for them. They don't create anything, everything is already prepared for them. They just jump into a reality that has been set up for, not for them, but that has been just set up, basically. Others create your reality. Others show you their habits, thinking, limits, beliefs, aspirations, and you most likely see these people every day, and partially you'll become them, because it's generally known that you will become a reflection of the 5 people that you see the most. However, I believe you will become a reflection of everyone that you will have a conversation in any kind of way. And you might be basically a combination of all the people that you've ever met. And so as a child, things are taught to you as how to talk, how to write. As they are introducing you the world, they're introducing basically their perception of the world. They're going to show you their way of solving problems, their way of making money, their way of having relationships, basically their way. In my case, I was raised in an environment where there was one person that was very praised, basically. He was seemed as someone very important, and I perceived him also as very important. However, when I think about it now, this person shouldn't be that praised, in my opinion now, as I saw more of the world, as I had more of the conversations that I had. Yet the people just saw him as someone that is very funny, wise, important in the community that they were in. And what could happen, this is also one of the most dangerous and frightening things, but at the same time the most beautiful thing. What I could do is stay in the situation where I would be joining the party of praising people that shouldn't be really praised, but in my head everything was all right. In my head I didn't do anything wrong. It was basically the bubble that I was living in. And as a child, you always live in this kind of bubble. You can't manage to get out of this bubble until a certain age, until an age where you can go your own way. Then it becomes really interesting, because once you realize you are living in this bubble, you will also realize that everything that was taught to you was kind of a lie, and that if you're really thinking about this, then you will realize that these lies could have killed all your dreams, and they could have killed every piece of potential that you have in yourself. And let me tell you, I don't really know you personally, but I know that you have immense potential, that you just need to find it. You need to dig deep and you will find it. And how you will find it? If I could give only one advice how to find really your true self, your authentic self, it's traveling. Once you live in this bubble, as a child, people, they will project their dreams also on you, and they will project what they wish they did. They are scared to do it themselves. They will try to put it somewhere on someone, just so they see it alive. And this is also connected to the fact that, I don't know if you know this feeling, but in my case it was so strong that I just needed to leave. It was that every person around you saw you some way, saw you as a shy person, saw you as a person that's so crazy. You know, everyone sees you differently. I don't know how about you, but I felt it. For example, they saw me once get stuck during presentation. Their mind does bullet points about people. Okay, this person can't really speak a lot, this person can do math, this person is brilliant in dancing, this person is amazing in playing piano, whatever. And so these people will kind of do their list of things, what they think about you, how they perceive you. And I felt this, or it wasn't like feeling, it was just my perception. It was me thinking what they are thinking about me, but I had no idea, in fact, what they were thinking. But I still was stuck in this like spiral. What are they going to think about me? And usually this caused my self-sabotage, and this caused all the things that I wasn't just being myself, and it was daunting so much. And if you experience this, you might also share your experience in the comments. I'll be very glad to read your stories, and also your way, how did you solve it, you know? And also, if you didn't, I'll be very happy to give you my solutions that I kind of created for myself, how to escape this cycle of having someone else's thoughts in my head, even though it might not have been even their thoughts. It was just me thinking about what they are thinking about me, and it was actually just me thinking about me, but in a very judgmental way. But still, I believe that it is partially a fact, it's real. There's so many people that will be judgmental, of course, but the beauty of it is that you are strong enough to ignore it. But still, if you can't really ignore it, as I couldn't, it's best to just move out to a different city, move out to a different country if you can. You will learn exponentially so many things at once, and you won't even be aware of it. It will be so natural for you. You will need to step out of your comfort zone so far away, and you will be presented to so many problems that you will need to solve. And the feeling after, realization of what have you solved, what have you experienced, and you're still here, it's worth all the doubts and all the situations that you weren't comfortable in. What is very important is that you will meet so many new people, and you meet so many people with different backgrounds, with different habits, with different incomes, with different ways of having relationships, with different ways of talking to people, with different ways of just generally carrying themselves in this world. And it's immensely inspiring, and it's something that you can't really write in books. You can't really do anything else than just really go into the place, see it living in real time and adjusting. Also, being able to adjust is being able to be flexible is a thing that you will be awarded later. The fact that you can adjust to any kind of situation it makes you powerful as hell. This is basically how you escape this danger of illusion, this danger of people dictating you how they see the world and how they expect you to see it the same way. You might also meet people that are just open-minded and that were basically born already with this curiosity and with their childness in a way, which makes life so joyful, and they might be so inspiring for you. But in many cases it's not the situation in which you were born. You can more likely meet so many people that are feeling the life was unfair to them and that they're giving power to someone else. And you can also live like this, but I choose not to. And if you share the same approach as I do have, I encourage you to just go out. If you can, move to a different country. If you can, talk to as many people as you can and write everything down. Write your thoughts about every trip. Write everything that was cultural shock for you, that was inspiring to you, and deconstruct it. Like this, you will push your beliefs further and further, because your limits and your beliefs are basically, if you think about it also geographically, if you're still on the same place the whole life, your limits and your beliefs will be just still. If you go further, your beliefs and your limits will go as far as you go, as far you travel, as far you pose the question, as deep you have the conversations. So we're talking basically traveling and putting yourself in situations which are very not comfortable, and you would love at the point of solving the problem and of being kind of desperate sometimes, but not losing it, just being desperate a little bit. You can, it's normal, we're humans and it happens. But then just putting yourself on a track, being a parent for yourself and just solving the problem. The life that you will get to know yourself is the life of sacrifice and of interesting conversations and of seeing different places. It's not just seeing the black, whatever negative thinking and being like, okay, this is my reality, but just acknowledge that there might be more possibilities if you haven't already. And as I said, it was my experience. I almost stopped putting makeup on because, first of all, I think this is enough. I can go to the world like this. And second of all, I just need to focus on this. It's very important that I share everything as I want to share. Stay patient and curious. This video, it is based on my story. I was in the situation as I'm presenting it, and I needed to get out of that situation as soon as possible. What is interesting to say, I didn't know I needed to get out of the situation until I got out of that situation. I was in a bubble and I didn't feel the greatest, and I didn't feel that I would be powerful, and I didn't know that I could really believe in myself, like really believe in myself, not like those surface-based quotes of just, make your bed and believe in yourself. It will come your way. Hell no. You need to just put the work in. You need to sacrifice the hours of thinking, of writing, of just digging into yourself until you just get the true belief that you have in yourself. But it costs nothing but time and effort. During the way, you can find your authentic self, and with that you can find something that will be just career of your life, and it will be so connected with your authentic self that it won't even feel like work. It will feel like a daily life, like a purpose, but you will just get the money for it. It's a big step, I'm aware of that. Time-wise, financially, just generally, the situation might not be an ideal for them. I believe that there is someone who might think about it. If your situation is set up for you to leave your country, no matter how far, but like you want to be alone, but this is kind of the situation that you want to put yourself in. You want to be alone. You don't want to feel alone. That's a different thing. You will always have the people around you. You will always have the family that stands for you. If you do so, you're blessed. Just be aware of that also. But you just need to be alone for a while to counter all problems yourself and to solve the problems that you have by yourself, not letting anyone else to solve them for you. Or you can start to think about the country you would go into, and you might just start to think about the possibilities that you actually have. It's almost infinite. And even for 3 months, if you would go somewhere, if you would just arrange a 3-month job somewhere else, you can be doing anything. Just let it pay your bills. But what you want to focus on this journey is that you will just be with yourself alone and do anything that will feel interesting for you, because this might be your intuition trying to tell you, and you never know what could get out of it. This was also my story, that I just needed to go out of my country. I was living 1.5 years somewhere else, and I bet that the version of myself that was going for the first time out of my country would never recognize the self that is talking right now to the camera. And it's a feeling that is undescribable. You just need to experience it. And I wish for everyone that is watching this video that will get opportunity to experience it and to just get out of your bubble, because it might be actually killing your dreams and you don't even know it. Alright, this is basically everything that I was having on my heart. On my face, I don't have many more things that I had when I started this video, but still I can go like this to the city, it's okay. I believe that you will take something from this video. It's just me being very, very honest that where you are raised, you shouldn't be your whole life. It might be comfortable for someone, it might be reasonable for someone, but I don't believe that it will be showing him his true self, because in that country you might be preparing yourself to go to, there might be a second version of you that you really need to get to know in order to flourish, to grow, and to have ideas that you've never had and that might really change the world. Alright, I hope that you'll have a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.